So it is a very timely intervention that we have now via video message from the European Commissioner for the Internal Market, Thierry Breton. Let's have a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, in our ever-growing knowledge economy, intellectual property plays a central role. It gives entrepreneurs and businesses the incentive to invest in creativity, scale up their businesses, and reach commercial success. And beyond that, intellectual property is also a geopolitical driver. It helps Europe achieve its transition goals and gear up for the global tech race. Now the question is, does the European Union have what it takes to harness intellectual property to the fullest? To be frank, up until now, Europe's intellectual property landscape was fragmented. But this is changing, and changing fast. Following the launch of our IP Action Plan in 2020, the Commission has worked hard with all its partners to deliver on its commitments. I would like to highlight three main achievements. First, the unitary patent system, which came into force just a few days ago. This is a historical milestone, long awaited by industry. It will facilitate the process of filing and enforcing a patent for an invention in Europe, in particular by lowering the cost of maintaining the patent, as well as potential litigation costs, of course. Second, the presentation of the patent package in April of this year. As a complement to the unitary patent, it will further harmonize European patent law in key areas, namely standard essential patents, supplementary protection certificates, and compulsory licensing. This represents a huge step forward, completing, of course, the single market for patents. Third, the creation of a new EU-level protection for craft and industrial product with a geographical indication. As of 2025, it will give producers a decisive tool to combat any misuse or counterfeit product using a protected geographical origin. This shows that we are advancing towards a harmonized and robust legislative framework for IPR. But legislation cannot be effective without enforcement. This is why I consider today's event so important. For some companies, IPR enforcement is a matter of survival, literally. According to the latest figures provided by the EU Intellectual Property Office at the OECD, an SME whose intellectual property has been infringed has 34% lower chance of surviving. Counterfeit and pirated goods still account for a significant percentage of EU import, up to an estimate of 6% in 2019. We must stop this trend. I'm glad to see that authorities and many relevant actors are already teaming up to address this issue, in particular in the framework of the European Multidisciplinary Platform against criminal threat EMPACT. In parallel, the Commission is developing an EU Toolbox against counterfeiting to be launched later this year with four main goals. First, to improve cooperation between law enforcement authorities, intermediaries, and right holders. For example, with regards to the online sales of counterfeit goods under the Digital Services Act. Second, to clarify the legal rules and promote a uniform application of the Intellectual Property Enforcement Directive. Third, to promote new surveillance tools and technologies. And last but not least, to empower SMEs. With only 10% of SMEs reported to own IP rights, we must do better in helping them to protect their invention. So I count on your support to turn this toolbox into practice. For today, I am pleased to see the strong commitment of all key actors at this important event. I know Europe can rely on your dedication to promote and enforce intellectual property rules adamantly. And rest assured that you can definitely rely on the Commission too. I would like to wish you a very fruitful IP Enforcement Summit. Thank you very much.
Well, of course, we thank the Commissioner as well for taking the time in what we know is a very busy schedule to send us that exclusive message.